Hello and welcome and namaste. Today is September 20, 2015, and it is exactly at 9:15 a.m. Central US time. And this is Moksha Mukti gathering that is happening. And I do want to point out one important aspect of this gathering is that till yesterday, well, last week there was a forecast that it was going to be raining on Saturday and Sunday. Yesterday, when Moksha Mukti was recording a video, actually, morning, so actually it was raining. And while it was raining, Moksha Mukti had the umbrella on, and you see, with the umbrella, it was praying, quantum praying for the clear cloud sky. And as you can see right now, there is no sky, and there's no sign of raining. Do you see a sign of raining now? No.
Almost clear sky.
So if you have been watching Moksha Mukti, there is something here that he communicates through the quantum. When I say quantum, I think some people are confused by quantum, like they want to quantify. No, this is not quantifying. What I mean by quantum is that the smallest level that we know so far. So that is the reason I say quantum prayer. And through quantum prayer, today there is no rain. So you may say, hey, Moksha Mukti, you did like 12 gathering, 13 gathering, this is just a coincidence. Or you may say, well, since you consistently have been doing for so many times, this is not coincidence. Either way, it's good, right? So, I just wanted to point that, when you are connected to that quantum level, that is the smallest level that we know. You see, in there is a connection between anything and everything, because everything is alive, everything is that quantum. Everything is quantum. Everything that you can perceive or don't perceive, see, that is quantum. And that's what I mean by quantum level, that you're coming to that smallest level, you see. And people are usually busy, doing big things. I don't want to do anything small. I want to achieve something big. I want to do something big. You see, I want to build a big house, drive expensive car, or do great things like, climb Mount Everest, or do skydiving, or do my PhD, or win a Nobel Peace Prize. You see, there's an airplane. Hello. See, quantum level, we're communicating to that. Have a safe journey, You see, you may find kind of weird that whenever I see a plane, I always wish them, have a safe journey. Anyway, so the sound was kind of distracting us, so I just kind of went off the subject. So it's anything you achieve. See, you want to achieve all that. You want to be all that. See, that is what is that everything is out there in the real world. But here, by coming here, I'm pointing you to come to that quantum level, right? So anyway, this is like many gatherings, that rain has been yielding Moksha Mukti, right? So anyway, let's begin our chanting. The chanting is to bring you into the mood of the quantum level, right? So by chanting, that you are forgetting that you are your thought. So you're not really believing in your thought by chanting. Actually trying to come to that quantum level, you see. Because, like I said just earlier, there are tremendous things that is happening, just like even the plane that's going through. And I do want to point out another thing. This today is like this time is what they call is a Mercury in the retrograde. So some of the things I say, you may not get to, you might not understand, because there is a Mercury is in a retrograde. What that means is that Mercury is the planet that rules the communication, and so when it is in a retrograde, it's going backwards. So all the communications, there's going to be problems. Just like American Airlines computer was shut down for a few minutes, and the whole American Airlines was shut down. It was grounded. They couldn't take off. Even my example, my computer, I had to open it, reset the memory, and I was trying to upload something via my phone on YouTube or the Facebook. It wasn't uploading it. See, the things, communication is happening, and today, there aren't, chairs are empty because the communication, the channel of the communication, that is in retrograde. So anyway, that's it doesn't really matter. We have to do what we have to do, and life goes on. So we'll do chanting. Another plane. Rameshwaraya Shiva Rameshwaraya Hara Bole Namah Shivaya Rameshwaraya Shiva Rameshwaraya Hara Bole Namah Shivaya Om Namo Shivaya Om Namo Shivaya Hara Bole Namo Shivaya Jattadharaya Shiva Jattadharaya Hara Bole Namah Shivaya Jattadharaya Shiva Jattadharaya Hara Bole Namah Shivaya Om Namo Muktaya Shiva Moksha Muktaya Rara Bole Namah Shivaya Moksha Muktaya Shiva Moksha Muktaya Rara Bole Namah Shivaya Om Namo Shivaya Om Namo Shivaya Hara Hara Bole Namah Shivaya Gangadharaya Shiva Gangadharaya Hara Bole Namah Shivaya Gangadharaya Shiva Gangadharaya Hara Bole Namah Shivaya Om Namo Shivaya Om Namo Shivaya Hara Hara Bole Namah Shivaya Om Namo Shivaya Om Namo Shivaya Hara Hara Bole Namo Shivaya. Om Namo Shivaya is your quantum level. You can give many words to describe that which Moksha Mukti is pointing. See that Moksha Mukti is within you, Shiva is within you, quantum level is within you, so whatever name you want to call that, that is within you, that he is pointing to that, to look into that. You see, this is the whole purpose of this gathering, is to not to believe in thoughts. Just for a few minutes while you're here, you're not believing in the thoughts, you are watching the thoughts. You are watching thoughts as if you are watching a movie in your head. You see, all the thought goes on. You're watching that thought and recognizing that quantum level that you already have within you. Shiva, Jesus, Krishna, existence, universe, whatever you want to call that. See, that is already within you, and you are recognizing that within you. You see, and the whole purpose of the gathering is to recognize that within you. You see, like you may go to temple or do puja or do other things. See, specifically you're begging to God. That's you have already within you, but you're going outside and you're begging to have your health, your wealth, your family, you see, to be taken care of. So that's what is done in temple and other places. And there is nothing wrong with that. If you want to do it. But here, what we're doing, satsang, is we're recognizing that quantum level, recognizing that within you, that divinity, that is already within you, residing within you, and you're recognizing that. And that divinity is everywhere. It's within you, it's outside, but it's all connected. Right? So we'll now offer the breakfast to the existence, and after that you're welcome to take a breakfast. Well, actually, let's do quantum prayer first. Yeah. Quantum prayer, we'll do quantum prayer and we'll offer the breakfast to existence and we'll take the breakfast. And we'll talk about, like this is what I have in agenda. If you have any questions, we'll take questions, but this is what we have in agenda, is we're talking about truth versus knowledge and intuition. Actually, this arose from, last satsang gathering. Truth versus knowledge and intuition or information, you see. We're not interested in information, we're not interested into knowledge. Although being in the quantum level, you are already knowledgeable, but we're not really interested in knowledge per se because it comes with it. See, when you're in quantum level, you allow knowledge to fulfill you. I mean, what else do you want knowledge? Like you want knowledge for power. I want power. You see, that's wrong way to go. That's what Moksha Mukti is pointing out. By allowing that knowledge, see, in the quantum level, you're allowing that knowledge, and that knowledge is useful to you. Otherwise, it's useless. You see. And we're talking about anger, fear, greed, anxiety, etc. Because that's we've been talking about that, and it arose last satsang, and we want to go into a little bit deeper. Then we're talking about fear and alcohol consumption, right? A lot of people, you know, go into this gathering, they are interested in consuming the alcohol. You see, I was at the party yesterday, and I wasn't interested in drinking, people drinking. I'm enjoying the drinking because it's a party and everyone knows everyone. Well, now I can drink without any guilt because I know everyone. And this is all happening, you see. But, alcohol is destroying your body, destroying your liver. And Moksha, oh, there's a bug right there. I don't know if the camera caught, the bug was just right there. See, this moment right here, that is beautiful. When you're talking about coming in the present moment, you're enjoying the small things. Like quantum is enjoying the small things. Like people are interested in doing the big things, right? So fear and alcohol consumption. What I'm pointing is alcohol consumption is coming from your fear. And it's coming from fear because there is also peer pressure. Pressure is also triggering that fear button. Well, if I don't drink, what my friend's gonna say? He thinks I am like a weirdo, or I am not into part of the group or something. See, that's peer pressure. He said, well, you gotta do this. You're in a group, you gotta do it. So that's peer pressure, and you're also fear. You see, you're a fear, like losing job, losing what you have. You see, that's you having a fear, because all the things that you have achieved is projected by your thoughts, and if you're not giving your thoughts, then you're gonna assume, well, that's pointing to you, or that triggers to you that you will lose what you have and what you have achieved. And by forget that, you drink. So alcohol consumption, we'll talk about that even a little deeper. And creating miracle in your life, if you're interested. And what is your ultimate goal, if you have any. So we'll talk about this, right? So now we'll do quantum prayer. And the quantum prayer that we're going to do again we're only going to do for maybe 4 things. We will continue doing world peace, and just want to point out that last satsang gathering, I don't know if you remember, we did quantum prayer for Syria, because the Syrian situation in Syria was heartbreaking because of civil war. People are dislocated. Half the people in the country, I think they have millions and millions of people, millions and millions of people are dislocated, homeless, fleeing, and it's a heartbreaking situation, and we did quantum prayer. And last Tuesday or Wednesday, any weekdays, there was a news came out in CNN. So you may say, Moksha Mukti, that's a coincidence. You see, fine, you prayed, maybe lots of other people also prayed. But what I'm pointing out is the quantum prayer is fast and it's effective. So regardless, is that we do want to point out the news. Today a lot of airplane going by, yeah? See the communication we're trying to do? Mercury retrogrades, it does that. It hampers the communication. So, anyway. So the Syrian situation, there's an Egyptian billionaire, right? So what he's offering is that he's offering whole island. He's going to purchase the island and he's going to keep all the refugees there. So this is something, you see. So Moksha Mukti said there will be something to remedy those Syrians, and this one remedy that occurred last week. And we'll keep on praying. We're going to pray today also for Syria, and you'll see some news will come into effect and good things happen. And we're also going to pray for world peace, and part of that is Iranians are threatening US now. You see, they, pretty soon their 100 billion account that is freezing in the European or Western countries, that is about to unfreeze, and they have this cash. So now, this Iran, leader in Iran is coming out and threatening U.S. And some people, I think either Iran or Korea, North Korea. I think it's Iran that said, well, we'll use a nuclear weapon against you. I guess probably North Korea, because Iran is there trying to build it. So anyway, we pray for world peace. Second thing is we do want to pray for economic well-being. And the third is reducing the crime. And for that, I do want to point out the Phoenix. Those of you who are living in Phoenix, the Phoenix shooter is caught. So you don't have to worry about driving a highway and getting shot. So that is reducing the crime. Law enforcement personnel, took this initiative and caught this guy. And the fourth thing we want to pray is, I do want to point out, again, this, you may say this is coincidence. First time we prayed, there were agreement between, this is talking about Nepal. First time we did quantum prayer, there was agreement between 3 major political parties. Next week, on Saturday, we did quantum prayer, and Monday, or sometimes they came out, there was agreement, and they came out and said, look, hello, welcome.
No.
Namaste. Take a seat. So, you see, this is, so on Saturday we did quantum prayer, and I'll tell Riva you're here.
Where can I go?
Do you know where Riva is?
Yeah.
You can go to her room.
Okay.
See. Okay. So, it's alright. So we're talking about quantum prayer, and we're going to do quantum prayer in just a minute. And this is like last Saturday we did quantum prayer. And you see, and you may say coincidence, you see, but I mean, you're here. We prayed for Nepal, right? And we prayed for Saturday. I think it's Sunday or Monday. They announced we prayed for peace, right? Because all the policemen, all the people, you see, there's a lot of tension going on. You see, people are shooting policemen, and people who are getting shot. There's a tension situation. So first time we prayed, there was agreement by 3 major political parties. Say we're gonna go back and review that constitution, right? And Saturday we prayed, and boom, constitution happened. You see, and you may say that's a coincidence, but Moksha, what Moksha Mukti is pointing out, by consistently he is doing this quantum prayer, and all the things that he prayed is happening, right? And one example is we did quantum prayer yesterday on the umbrella, and today there is no rain, you see. And this is like a 14th gathering, there hasn't been any rain outside, you see. So we do want to point out that, and we do want to point out about India, that Indian PM just announced, there's like a 1.25 lakh crores of the stimulus being added into Bihar. You see, that's the poor part of the country, and the Gujarat situation being under control. So we prayed for that last week. So we are also going to pray for that today, right? So those of you just joined here, I just want to give you briefly what we're going to do quantum prayer. When I say quantum prayer, I said that just now. What Moksha Mukti pointing, quantum is the smallest level. Quantum, right? I just said that. Quantum is the smallest level that you have within you, see, and through that you are connected to everything. See, you think you're separate, okay? That's a mental mechanism that we have that sees us the separateness. But what I'm pointing out is there is a quantum level that you have already within you, in here now. You don't even need to search for it, that you have. And by connecting to that, you see, you can communicate to everything. Just like Moksha Mukti is communicating with the rain, making atoms. Say, don't make it rain here. See? And you say, well, it's just a coincidence. But if you look at the statistic, it's been consistently happening because he's tapping into that quantum level that you have within right now. He's communicating with everything and anything, right? So by going to the quantum level, and it's fast. You see, we just do it quickly. You see, it takes like 30 seconds to do one prayer. So we don't do quantum prayer for one, world peace. People who are threatening U.S., they're saying, well, we're gonna do nuclear, blah blah blah. So we're gonna do world. Let there be world peace. Let there be peace. And the Syrians are taken care of because tremendous things happening for Syrians. And economic well-being, number 2. Number 3, reducing the crime here in DFW area as well as on the planet. And the 4th thing we're going to pray is for the we're going to pray for India, because we already prayed for Nepal and no need to pray for that. You see, if there is no need, we don't need to pray for that. You see, there was a need last week. See, let there be constitution, let there be peace. But today there is no need, so we're not going to pray for Nepal, but we'll pray for India, for Gujarat situation. It's like 4th thing, right? So world peace, Syrians are taken care of, well-being, economic well-being, reducing the crime, and let there be peace in India, Gujarat, right? So just close your eyes and trying to get into that quantum level. I know you guys, this is your first gathering here, you may not get that, but you see, I think by now you know what quantum level is, right? The quantum level, getting into that, the smallest level that you have, right? So let's close our eyes. You don't have to participate, this is optional for you. I do that. Close your eyes and just to focus on that smallest level that you have, right? And before you do that, let's just do one exercise for you, kind of trying to bring you into that quantum level. I did chanting. By chanting also you come to quantum level. So I'm trying to point to that is because that is already within you. So you have all the thoughts arising in your head. See, thoughts are arising and you cannot stop that. So what I would like you to do is observe that thought. See, thought is arising, like, hey, what's my son is doing up there? What my daughter is doing up there? See, well, I have to, go get lunch, or I have to, what I'm gonna cook for dinner tonight. All these thoughts arise in here. You're just watching that thought like you're watching movie. You're watching the thought like you're watching the movie, not bothered by thought at all. You're allowing thought to happen by itself, not getting attached to it, just allowing it to happen, and in there you come to quantum level. So by coming to quantum level, we do this for prayer, and it becomes effective. It becomes fast. So let's. I'm gonna close my eyes and start the quantum prayer. Done. Quantum prayer is fast. Quantum prayer is effective. So you'll see, there will be news on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, next week. These Syrians are taken care of. You'll see the news. There will be no threatening to US or to the world. And you'll see the stock market climbing up. Even the stock market in China is crashing. 8%, 6% going crashing every day. This is happening. You'll see the stock market is doing well. World is picking up. And you'll see there is going to be peace in India. So that's quantum prayer. Now what I would like to do is offer this breakfast to the existence. And what Moksha Mukti doing is this service to the existence. I am not serving anyone. Another plane came in. So when Mercury, the planet, is in retrograde, that's what's happening right now. It hampers the communication. So that's what all the airplanes flying by, you see, hampering the communication. So we'd like to, Moksha Mukti is doing this service not for you personally. This is doing for existence, and by coming here you'll benefit. There is no doubt you'll not benefit. You'll benefit by coming here. One way or the other, you'll benefit. And this is also statistics there to prove it. You see, by coming here, whatever your life, family, your life, your career will skyrocket. Not, it may go immediately, may take next month, next year, but you will benefit. But I'm not here, Moksha Mukti is not here to personally benefit. This is doing for existence as a whole. He's serving the existence, serving the universe, and by serving the existence, you will benefit. So at this time, we like to offer, there is a breakfast on the table. We like to offer this breakfast to the existence. And after that, it becomes prasad and you're welcome to take the breakfast. But Moksha Mukti will not take it. Please take it. Moksha Mukti will not take it until this is done, right? I'll do the water in a minute. So I'd like to offer this breakfast to the existence. Please accept our offering, this food. And thank you for this. And please accept this. And by eating, by receiving this, the existing will bless you. So yeah, feel free to take the breakfast that becomes prasad. And the next things that you have is the, yeah, feel free, don't hesitate, I'll just relax a little bit. Feel free, take breakfast, just allow me to just keep on talking and hear it while you standing up, getting up. So I'll talk about truth versus knowledge versus intuition versus information, right? So this is what we talked about last gathering, right? So see, we are really humans on the planet are really interested in knowledge and information. You see, knowledge and information, and this is what is driving this humankind or mankind. See, mankind is a synthetic, it's a man-made, and knowledge and information fortifies it. Knowledge and information drives it. So this is what is happening, and it is tremendously powerful. I think the person who was sitting there listening to this was confused because he thought I said the soul or the quantum level is the most powerful, right? Yes, it is most powerful, but you do not see that within you. You see, you do not see that within you. Because you do not see that within you, you think knowledge and information, those are powerful. Your thought is powerful. And it is true, I gave you analogy. When this light right here is a 200 watt bulb, if you come in the 6 o'clock in the morning when Moksha Mukti is preparing this, like last Saturday, this light is bright. This light is powerful. It projects tremendous light in the dark. But now this light seems negligible because the sun is present. Similarly, thought, information, knowledge is present in your consciousness, and your consciousness or the quantum level is negligible. It appears negligible. So although yes, quantum level is powerful, but since you do not perceive that, you cannot say that is powerful. Because dominant, the human beings, majority human beings, thought is the dominant, knowledge is the dominant, information is the dominant. And since you do not perceive that, and it's not your fault, you see, we've been here, human beings here on the planet for millions of years. And for millions of years we have collected comprehensive collective knowledge. And we have collected that. We're collecting that even now. You see, we have World Wide Web now. You see, we're collecting all that. And that, what I'm pointing here is, understand that knowledge is powerful. I mean, you can't just say soul is powerful. First you have to acknowledge that knowledge is powerful. You cannot deny that. The instrument is given to you and you're perceiving that through the instrument, and you cannot deny that. Moksha Mukti has been saying all these things are illusion. Yes, it is illusion, but you cannot deny that. You cannot deny your body. You cannot deny your thought. You cannot deny all the things that is happening. You cannot deny this plant. You cannot deny anything, everything. This is all, you perceive it. And you have to accept it. See, you're accepting that. You're not denying that. You see, but is it that what I'm pointing here is that is powerful in your consciousness. You see, and when you say, well, the soul is powerful because Moksha Mukti says that quantum level is powerful. Moksha Mukti says that. Yes, Moksha Mukti says that, but don't say that like that until you recognize within you. When you recognize within you, and then you can say that quantum level is powerful. But until you don't recognize that, please don't say that. Because right now what is happening in your consciousness is the thought is powerful, the knowledge is powerful, the information is powerful, all that is powerful. Then you cannot deny that. And if you come out and say the quantum level is powerful, because everything happens there, because there is information already there. And here Moksha Mukti is already saying that the information is already there. Once you go into the quantum level, you are allowing knowledge, you are allowing everything to happening, you are allowing everything, even allowing thought to happening, but you are observing the thought, you're allowing all that. And once you recognize that in your own consciousness, and then you can say quantum level is powerful. But until then, please don't say that, because your thought is dominating you, information is dominating you, knowledge is dominating you, and that's what's happening in your consciousness. That's the truth. But by coming here, see, you are experiencing that. You are experiencing your quantum level by coming here. Actually, at least I am inviting you to experience that. So that's when we talk about truth versus knowledge and intuition, right? But the truth is truth, and the quantum level is the truth. You are allowing everything to happen. So I'll take any question from this or anything. I'll take questions now. No one on the call usually, so. And today I didn't broadcast live on YouTube, so there's no YouTube today. So if you have questions here, so I'll actually let you finish breakfast. So I'll talk about anger, fear, greed, anxiety, etc. So you see, this is actually a question brought to by one of the person who was here last week. I don't really want to give out your names. I don't even put you in front of the camera because kind of protecting your privacy.
This is the nail polish.
Riva, there's a sun-kissed or honest kid, and there's some donuts. Please share with the dean.
I don't want any.
Okay, then dean is welcome to take it. So. Yeah, so just to protect your privacy, I don't even show you in the front of the camera. I don't.
That's good enough.
But yeah, this person, he said, well, he said there are one aspect that is dominated by thought, right? You see, the thought says my cat. See, we live in the society. In Moksha Mukti, there is no caste. In Moksha Mukti, there is no caste. There is no caste system because he treats everyone's equally. By coming here, you're equal. See, even Moksha Mukti, what Moksha Mukti has, you already have that. So by the thought, what he says is like Moksha Mukti thought says, your caste is the best caste, your nationality is the best nationality, your major is the best major, your job is the best job. You see, all the things is created by thought, and thought emphasizes that. And that's coming from the thought. And he said, what about the anger, greed, fear, all that? What is that? Is that part of the thought? That was his question. And I said, yes, it is part of the thought. But there is two things happening to that. One is your natural thought and artificial thought. You see, I've already talked about this, but if you have questions, I'll take questions regarding that. Just in a little bit, let's let you have your prasad breakfast. Enjoy that now. But there is two thoughts that is happening. One is natural thoughts. See, even the fly doesn't bother. Moksha Mukti fly doesn't bother. Fly doesn't come here. He's enjoying that because he's allowing everything to happen. You see, so that is the natural thought. I'm hungry. I'm thirsty. That's natural thought. But there is artificial thought, which is not your thought. As Moksha Mukti pointed out, is your thought is not your thought, which comes from comprehensive collective knowledge. Your parents taught you, your teacher taught you, your books taught you, your friends taught you, your society taught you, radio taught you, TV taught you. See, all those are comprehensive collective. That is not your thought. You see, but your ego says, I'm thinking, that's my thought. But that's not your thought. That's comprehensive collective knowledge collected from that pool of knowledge. So what Moksha Mukti is pointing is that when that thought arises, then all these things right here, anger, fear, greed, again, these are natural, physiological, chemical, biochemical process that is happening in the body. Like anger, fear, greed, all these are happening in the body. It's a mechanism, just like your heartbeat. You see your heart in the body, your heart is beating. Similarly, all this mechanism is within your body. It's a natural process that is going on. Now, understand, the second thing that is happening is your natural artificial thought is coming in here and interfering with that. That artificial thought interferes with your natural process, which is anger, fear, greed, all these things. Then it becomes angry. Then it becomes angry and you take action, just like that lady who shot, I'm just saying this again, allegedly. I read a newspaper allowing someone to shoot this dentist lady. This guy actually, I probably don't have to say allegedly, it's probably already proven, said did it in front of camera, went here and shot somebody because she took his job. You see? Because that is anger. Now what happens? Anger is natural, arose. Yes, I am angry. Everybody gets angry. Even Moksha Mukti gets angry. We talked about that. Dalai Lama gets angry. I already said that. Buddha gets angry. You see, human form, anybody who comes here gets angry. That is part of you, who you are. And you cannot deny that. But when the artificial thought dominates, then you take action, then what happens? Then that becomes ugly. You see, if you're angry, that's fine. If you're naturally angry, become angry, that's beautiful. But it becomes ugly when your artificial thought involves. And look what happened. This lady had to die, this lady had to die. Reporter, this dentist. And there are millions of people also happening similar on the planet, that you don't believe in your thought. Do not believe in thought. See, that's the whole purpose by coming here in this gathering is, while you're here, do not believe in the thought. But when you talk about that, if you don't believe in the thought, you stop in the front of a red light, you get a ticket. So you have to believe in that to function in the society, even to wake up, walk out here, you have to believe in the thought. See, that needs to take place. But on the other hand, whenever you have free time, just like here, you're observing the thought, you're not believing the thought because your thought is not you. That's what Moksha Mukti is pointing out. So I think everyone is done with the breakfast, so I'll take questions, any questions.
Yeah, I think I'll start with it.
Actually, the microphone is already set up, so you don't even have to get up.
Okay, thanks. So basically, the natural thought versus the artificial thought. I just wanted to, get a little more understanding on this one. So natural thoughts pretty much arises from the basic need for survival of the species and all that, right? And I was just trying to see where's the demarcation of the survival, right? The demarcation will be, even the nationality feeling, because the species want to survive, and in the jungle, if you are by yourself alone, you might get attacked by the outside forces and all that stuff. So collectively, you expand your community, and
that I'm pointing
right.
out is collectively by doing that, that's unnatural.
Right. So yeah. So that's what I don't know where the demarcation is.
There is the demarcation.
Ultimately, that leads to the nationality.
Anything that allows collective thing to take place.
So isn't that the extension of the survival instinct that
No.
we have, basically, right? I mean, because we want to survive, we want to multiply, right? So
see, okay, so let's do this. See, when you come to the quantum level, right? In the quantum level, the answer is already within you, right? But we can dive into deeper, right? So what is happening is that the each cell in the body, right? Each cell in the body is already connected to the quantum level. It knows it needs to survive. It knows it is greedy. It wants to survive. It is greedy. It is selfish. It's all that. Each cell in the body is like that, and it wants to survive. It wants to survive. That is, it's there. It's a, you might say, implanted in there, or it is what it is. See, each cell in the body, it wants to survive, and nature has helping them to survive. And million years, we've been here. You see, there are some drastic situation. You see, there are some drastic situation we have survived. There's ice here, freeze, total freeze, hot. Talking about global warming, talking about warming, it's harder than this. We have survived. Humans have survived. That body itself is already taken care of. Itself is already taken care of. Body is already taken care of. But the thought will come in and say that. See, thought will come in and say that, well, we need to survive. We need to survive. Yes, you're already surviving. And we can go into multiverse. You see, Bandhu there. See, right now, you are infinitely available at this moment. I'm not asking you to, like now, you can take a life. No, I'm not saying anything like that. But you are infinitely available in the universe right this moment. You see, and the body never dies. His body knows. It knows. Body knows it never dies. And we can come to a little scientific. You see, that energy is never lost. You see, but you're right. The collective. This is collective effort. The survival is collective. It's instinct. Like somebody tries to harm you, I come out save you. That's instinct. Now what is happening? Each cell in the body is selfish. Each cell in the body is greedy. Each selfish body wants to survive. That's what's happening. That's truth. That is what's happening. Each cell in the body wants to survive. Each cell in the body wants to be selfish. But what is happening? If it's become greedy, if it becomes dominant, if it tries to destroy other cells within you, what happens? The whole body collapses. It knows not to do that. So similarly, we know how to survive. We know not to do that. But there is a collective thought. Again, this thought, it actually, it came from the collective effort that, well, instead of hunting and gathering, why don't we get together and do farming? We will farm, and we will gather food, we'll store food, we'll distribute food. See, all that's an idea. It was born, and people start following that, because now you don't have to go hunt and gathering. You see, because you don't have to go search for food. The food on the tree, you see, you take a food and it disappears, right? It's not going to appear. You have to wait till next year.
So does it matter to the existence that whether we are living versus something called dying? Basically, we come in, we live for certain years, right, and then we die. The body kind of disintegrates into different forms, basically, right? Maybe non-living. But to existence, does it really matter whether it's a living or non-living? I mean, it's a continuous stream, basically.
Okay, let me ask you a question. I say it doesn't matter, but let me ask you questions. Do you know you are living now?
Yeah, so basically, yeah.
Do you know? Let's answer the question. Do you know you are living now?
Yeah, obviously, if I think from the thought level, I would say yeah, because I'll try to find the evidences and all that stuff why I'm alive.
But do you really know?
I mean, yeah, I just don't understand,
No. Let's not try to sweep through in this. I think this is several gatherings. Let's stick to the truth, and stay to the truth, and not deviate and go from there. Okay. Okay. So this is what we call I think this is like a radical inquiry. Radical inquiry. So we're going to stay to that. We're not going to sweep anything. We're going to stay with that. Do you know you are living today?
At this level, at this state, I would say yes. This is a.
How do you know?
How do I know? Okay, yeah. I mean, I can pretty much give you, from my experience.
No,
that-
how
that's the
how?
only
I'm
thing
just
that
a
I-
simple
that I can
answer,
derive
simple
from, right?
question. How do you know? How do you know you're living? It's a simple answer, simple question.
So, if I take an example of what's
No,
happening right now,
Just
right?
just tell me, how do you know you're living? You said you're living, right? How do you know you're living? You know you're living from the knowledge that is given to you. That is not your knowledge. That is expert's knowledge that's given to you. I'm speaking. I am breathing. My heart is beating. I am alive. That's the only way you know you're living, isn't it?
Right.
Other than that knowledge, can you say you're living now?
Yeah, if it doesn't come
No.
to my thought.
No. Other than that knowledge, that you cannot say you're living. Right? Other than that knowledge, you cannot say you're living. So only way you know you're living is through that knowledge. You see, that's how I pointed out last time. Everything you know, everything you see is from that knowledge. Everything you see is from that knowledge, and you know through that knowledge. If that knowledge is not there, you don't know you're living or dead.
Right, and there is also a part that we
But do you
define-
see that? Do you see
Right.
that? Do you, I stay with me, right? So that's the only reason you know. That knowledge is there. But what I'm pointing at then, that quantum level, that peculiarly, body already knows it is living. Body does not need to know it is living. It is automatically happening. It is just living. That's the real life. You see, that's the real living. But the thought is dead. What I'm pointing is thought is dead. So anything arising from the thought is dead. It's dead. It's not fresh. It's stale because it's already talked about the past. So anything you know coming from the thought is about the past. It's not fresh. And by coming here, you see, what I'm pointing out is to experience that freshness. You see, you don't get that by reading scripture. You don't get that by thinking your thought. You see, that freshness, that's living, the living organism that is living, you see. So even if you're angry, Moksha Mukti says it's okay to get angry. It's okay because that's who you are, right? And thought is analyzing that. Thought is analyzing that, well, what about this? You see, you're trying to gain knowledge. The knowledge is already within you. If you don't have that knowledge, you wouldn't even ask the questions. The knowledge is already within you, but you're not satisfied with the knowledge that you have within you. You see? And since you're not satisfied, you are exploring. You see? Does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean, we're definitely conditioned to pretty much, understand in a level of a thought and all that, right? So we have to understand it.
Again, you're
everything-
deviating.
Right.
Stay in the quantum level.
Yeah.
Stay in the quantum level. Your body is living. Your body doesn't even ask the question, am I living? It knows it's living, and it knows there is no death. For body, there is no death. It's one continuous process. See, we see this human body and we cannot deny this. Human body is there. All these things, even though that's illusion, we cannot deny that. This is who we are. See, through this instrument that we have that's given to us, because of the nature's deviation, it occurs, allow us to see the separateness. That instrument is already there and we are seeing that, and you cannot deny that. And the body is there. But what Moksha Mukti is pointing out, there is no death because this is one continuous process that is happening. Even your body is changing right now. Even changing. Your experience changing right now. Everything is dynamic. There is no static. Everything is dynamic. It's flowing. You see, even right now, you see, we're sitting on the planet Earth and we're traveling 10,000 miles per hour right now. See, it's a dynamic. Your body is constantly changing. There's a amoeba, there's a bacteria, there's a virus there's a you're giving continuity. So what is happening is everything is continuing. You see, even the death, so-called death, occurs, the body transforms into different energy. But if you look at the multiverse, there's an infinity bandhu, there's an infinity moksha mukti, there's infinity you, there's infinity you. You see, infinity in multiverse. So the consciousness is consciousness. That is, you think consciousness is within your body, but consciousness is everywhere. It's a even multiverse. There's only one consciousness, and that consciousness doesn't die. If your body dies, body recycles. You see, it goes into that, and your consciousness will say, "Well, it's never dead because you're never dead. You are appearing in that different multiverse, even exactly sitting like that." You see, so this is all continuous. This is all what I'm pointing out is all continuously happening, and thought comes in, and thought assumes. Well, what about a clinical death? Doctor says clinical death, then that means I am no longer here. I'm gone. So what is happening there is when the death occurs. Death is again clinically death is given by the expert when you do not have heartbeat, when you do not have the breathing. See, that is death is occurring. But what I was Moksha point out at that time, it's your body is recycling, energy cannot be lost. It's continuous process. It's continuing to some other life, some other form, some other energy that is continuous because that cannot be lost. Now what happens is the only thing that happens is that your memory is gone, your thinking is gone. So memory and thinking is gone because those both things are illusion anyway, that is gone. You see, the only thing that is lost is gone. And Moksha Mukti has already experienced death many times, not one time. I have already experienced death now, you see, many times, because what is happening is there is no thought is not dominant, memory is not dominant. That means that is experiencing death. So now you should be interested in asking, like, what happens? Not like what happens after you die. What happens? What is death now? How do you experience that now? So then you don't have to worry about it. Then you don't have to be afraid, because Moksha Mukti is not afraid of somebody. He can sit here and he can go. When the fortuitous concourse of atoms, when the universe needs atoms, somebody he's sitting here giving talks, he can go, and I'm, not that I'm going to commit suicide. No, I'm not saying that. But if he needs to go, universe takes it. Not afraid to go.
So what I understand is that right now, this is a living body. There are cellular thing all inside, within, and all that, right? And when the body dies and disintegrates, that cellular level, which is alive right now, going through and all that stuff, it turns into some other chemicals or something like that that we may not define as a
that's continuous,
living,
continuous
right?
process.
But to the cellular level itself, since it doesn't have a memory or thoughts, it doesn't really know whether it's dead or alive now versus when it transforms into some kind of other different forms of the atom and all that, because it doesn't have that memory and thoughts.
Atoms,
right?
See the atoms, the quantum level I'm describing, that atoms is before now quantum level is the smallest level. The quantum level there is no death. It doesn't die. It doesn't die. You are made of that quantum. By coming to quantum level, that is the smallest level. You are coming to quantum level, it doesn't die.
And
even this thing is living right now.
Yeah.
Even microphone is living. This thing is living. There's atoms right here.
Right.
So atom never dies. Quantum level never dies. It's no death there.
Yeah,
There is a death in the illusion, which is the form that you appearing as an illusion in your consciousness. All the body that Moksha Mukti is saying, even the body that's appearing in your consciousness. See, your body is appearing in the consciousness. See, I'm gonna wear a little shade here. I think sun is getting brighter.
So basically, when you ask that question about, are you living now, I tend to think about, definition of living that I described.
See now, again, you are going into the direction of definition. We already said that. You do not know you're living now. You do not know. So if you come to the term to accept that, then we can go from somewhere, go from there.
Yeah, but when you said death, I do experience death every day when I sleep,
No,
because
no.
I don't have the same definition
No.
there.
No,
when
that's
I'm
not
alive or
experience death, because in dream there is a dream.
But there is a deep sleep. State.
Even deep sleep, there is something there. You can't say you're dead in the sleep, no.
Because at that moment you are not aware that
You're not
you are
aware,
living.
but you are
not
aware. You
conscious,
are
right?
subconsciously aware. You do dream.
But I'm talking
You cannot
about
say
deep
that's
sleep,
that's
right?
that's deep sleep is not dead. You cannot say that's dead. Deep sleep is good, if you're sleeping deep.
But at least from my thought perspective, there are no thoughts. There is no memory at that state, right? When there is
No,
no
there's
thought or
memory. You can remember. If you dream about that, you can remember.
No,
Even
I'm talking about the deep sleep state. I'm not talking about the dream state, right? I'm talking about the deep sleep
subconsciously, there is a memory there. Although you may not remember, there is a memory there. There's memories happening.
state. But from your state perspective, since you are not aware of the memory, right? There is no awareness of
You're
that
not
memory.
aware of that memory like you're aware now, but there's awareness. What I'm pointing out. See, there is awareness.
Yeah, that's the living continuity. Basically.
Living continuity. That's awareness. That is always aware. That's a 24/7. That consciousness is aware 24/7.
Right.
But you are dominated by the thought. You see, and because you're not awake state. That's a
Right.
sleep state and awake state. Now you're not into awake state. You'll say, there is no awareness. No, that's not death. What I'm pointing is death is like you are experiencing that. I mean, see, when your thought just stops, you can't really stop thought. But something happens. It happens to Moksha Mukti. Thought just stops completely. There is no memory complete, and he's aware of that. You see, and that is in that moment Moksha Mukti died. Robin Pandey, death occurred. But it's not really death occurred, but that death occurred. You see, that allowed Moksha Mukti to happen. You see, Moksha Mukti is born. You see, that died, something had to be died to born again, right? Something died here and Moksha Mukti was born.
So that happened on your awakened state, not the
It
sleep
happened
state.
in the awakened state, yeah. And there is a recognition of that, right? So this is what happened. But do not talk about death. Let's not get interested. Moksha Mukti is not interested in what happens in the life because it knows there is a multiverse. It knows there is a continuation. You see, everything will be taken care of. You will be taken care of. You do not need to worry. There is no need to worry. Everything is taken care of. But let's bring our subject to not worry about. Hear that bug? Let's not worry about what happens after, right? You should be, not I'm just saying you should be, but this gathering we are focusing our attention into not to worry about what happens after death, but experiencing the living now. Experience the death now. Not like you go and commit suicide. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that go commit suicide. No. I'm saying the experience the death now. That you see, if you are interested, do not even worry about what happens. Experience that now. Experience the life now. Experience the living now. Experience the now. That's the whole point. The living. Experience that. You see, your interest should be experience. Are you living that? What do you know? How do you know it's living? See, the hearing, the plane going on, even the fly comes in, the small thing, the bug was over here. You see, Moksha Mukti is seeing that those things are living. Even see this small, tiniest things right here. Like this thing right here. Look, there is no separation here. You see, Moksha Mukti doesn't go, get out of here. You see, or like stamp on the amp. Even he sees like over there what I was plugging the electricity in the plug. There's the small ants crawling. You see that's living. You see, you're seeing that, you're enjoying that small thing in the life. Quantum lover, you're enjoying that. You're seeing that the small breeze that's going on. The trees are dancing slowly in slow motion. You're seeing all this. That is living now. You experience that now. And whole goal is not what happens after that. Who cares what happens that? You have no memory, you have no thought. And everything that we are communicating via memory and thought. Memory and thought. Memory is knowledge. Thought is communicating. Without that, you cannot communicate that. Who cares what happens after that when there is nothing there? See, you want to experience that now. You want to experience living now. You want to experience death now.
So I have a question. You just mentioned that you have died multiple times before, right? So now,
Not the type of death you're talking about. The death is this different. Death is different.
So what kind of death is that? How does it differentiate between meditation and death? The way you're explaining. Is it the same? Because you're not aware of anything.
It's not the
you're
same. By
aware-
meditating, you cannot say I experienced death. No.
Meditation is somewhat.
When
like
you
don't-
experience that, you'll know. It's like it hits you like a lightning bolt. It hits you like a lightning bolt. It gives you clarity. It gives you epiphanic experience. You see, and not for one day, several months, and the feeling is so good. Oh, did I do cocaine today? I haven't done any cocaine. I don't do cocaine. See, when you experience, when you know that, and within you it knows that.
So have you meditated before?
Well, I want to be careful how I answer to that question, right? Yes, I have meditated. However, meditation is what I'm pointing out is meditation will give you feeling good experience. Also, it may also give you feeling bad experience. Depends on how long have you meditated. It may give you good experience, good feeling experience. It may give you bad feeling experience also. And by meditating, you will not get what you're come here to seek. You see what Moksha Mukti is pointing, come to the quantum level, that is your, well, we'll talk about this in a little bit. See that the bug is flying, you see. I'm talking about small things that you're accepting. That's meditation. Even Moksha Mukti is meditating now. While he's speaking, and he's looking at all these things. Even Moksha Mukti is meditating on the reunion tower. There's a train pass by, clamor occurring, and Moksha Mukti was meditating. That is real meditation. That's a natural meditation. The one that you're asking for meditation is you're closing your eyes, and most of the time people are sleeping. That's why I want to meditate. I've taught meditation before. People are sleeping. You're not really meditating. But meditating is, it may give you good feeling. Like, by coming here, by listening to Moksha Mukti, it may give you good feeling. You may feel good by coming here, listening to all these talks, right? But just by listening, that's not what Moksha Mukti is pointing. He's pointing to look into within you to that quantum level, the smallest level. Then you see everything small. Like I saw ant, Moksha Mukti saw ant. You see, and you see the life in there. See, I think you asked me that question, do I step on the ant when I see? No, I don't step on, even I do that. But when the anger arises in the body, then, fly comes in, you say, get out of here. You do that. See, that's anger, triggering in the body, that's natural. It occurs to you, it's natural. Then you do that. You see, then you don't let the thought interfere.
Yeah.
And that minimizes your anger, because now what is happening, you see, you're accepting all the things, you're seeing little things, that's crawling on the ground. That is life, that is who you are, there is no separation, that's you also. You see?
So on the quantum level, there is no difference between the small flies versus the inert matter, anything down here. Everything is pretty much living, right?
That's what Moksha Mukti is pointing out. That you are that. There is no separation. The separation that you see is coming from your instrument that you have in the mind. Just like I gave you analogy or example. That camera is recording, and the sound is recording from the microphone. Sound is amplified from the mic. All these are instruments. Similarly, you have the instrument within you that allows you to see the separateness, and you cannot deny that. You see that there is a separateness because there is instrument here, and through the instrument you are seeing separateness, and you cannot deny that. But that's not who you are. It's what Moksha Mukti is pointing you within the quantum level. There is that separateness. You see, there is that quantum level that knows when you recognize it, knows that's you, and you don't even step that. Would you step on that? No. You see, Moksha Mukti even have a trouble eating food. I mean, would you eat your own finger? Huh. Can't eat it. I wasn't eating food. Moksha,
Yeah, if you're hungry, you probably
even,
would.
even hunger occur.
Especially when there is
You know
a
what I'm
earthquake,
pointing at?
right?
Even hunger occur in that recognition when that was happening. Even the hunger. You see, even the hunger arises. Moksha Mukti wasn't eating food. It was like fasting that time. See, when that recognition, you wouldn't even eat your own finger. It's like you say everything you see, everything is you. And would you eat your own body? No.
Especially when you are in an earthquake. I've seen some of the cases where,
No. I think you're diverting away from what I'm trying to bring you in now. See, in the quantum level, one day when you experience that, you're not talking about when you experience that, you wouldn't even want to eat.
Okay.
Because you see, the food is your, everything is you, everything is no separation. You see, that's what Moksha Mukti is pointing, that all these things are illusion, right? But Moksha Mukti says all this is illusion. I mean, you cannot deny this. You cannot deny your own body and say, I'm not my body. Yeah, you can say that in different level, you are not your body, you're not your thought. Yes, you are.
So I have a question. So,
Yeah.
I mean, this is something new for me.
Yeah.
So, how did you experience the quantum level? Did you plan for it, or did it happen to you, out of the blue, or
Yeah, I'll answer that question, but let's ask you a question first, right? Why would you worry about what happens here? Why won't you not worry about what happens to you?
Because I mean, I don't think so deeply. I think you're a much more deep thinker, and
Okay.
like
All right,
I
so-
mean, I'm at a very
Okay. Let's look. Let's
know
go
what I'm
into
saying?
now.
So-
Let's go into deeper. I'm going to put you into radical inquiry now. Okay. I'm going to put you into spotlight.
Okay.
Let's go deeper. We'll go take you into deeper ride. Right? Are you ready?
Yeah.
So what happened to Moksha Mukti is through serendipity or by the grace of existence. It happened automatically. He wasn't even seeking. He was sitting one afternoon, it happened that moment. From that moment, he's not drinking any alcohol. People offer alcohol to him. He said, no, why do I need to do that? I can experience what you experience without drinking alcohol. You see, I can go on the dance floor, party till 2 a.m. Moksha Mukti can go on the dance floor and dance without taking alcohol, because what you experience, he's experiencing that. So again, this happened through serendipity and by grace of the existence. And the question is, was Moksha Mukti seeking before? Yes, Moksha Mukti was listening to Osho before. He was meditating, sometimes meditating 2-3 hours all day, meditating like unnatural meditation I'm talking about. He's meditating now naturally, because now coming into natural state, right? But let's not get diverted. The reason you're coming here, you want to experience that. You want to go into that, you see. So focus is not here, focus is you.
Yeah.
So this quantum level here, what Moksha Mukti is doing, focus is you, not focus is here. What's happened is already happened, is what's happened happened. See, it doesn't help you. What helps you is by focusing within you, right? So what is happening there is, when you say, I'm deeper, say, Moksha Mukti, you're deeper. No, it's not like that. You see, what is happening there is the thought is dominance. It's like thought is dominance. The quantum level is already there. You see, you cannot deny that. I see that. I see quantum level in everybody. There is a quantum level. I see that with everybody. There is, but you do not see this because the analogy is right here. This light right here. See, just to give you analogy, right? This light right here. It's a 200 watt, right? And it's not seen bright right now, right? Let's say this is your quantum level. That is there. It's powerful. Don't get me wrong. That's powerful, right? And it is appearing in your consciousness as this one because your thought is present. Your thought is dominating right now. Just like the sun is out, you see, this is negligible. Your quantum level is negligible because your thought is dominating you. And thought says death. There is no death. There is no distance. There is no time. There is no texture. There is no color. See, all these things, illusion, are given to you by your thought. If the thought is not present, you wouldn't even say sky is blue. You wouldn't even say it's cloudy. You just enjoy this beauty, you just look at it. You see, it's not even your interest to look at it. Living organism is not even interest to look at it. It's not even interest to even talk. So what is happening is right now, you said the gooses, right? Was it gooses that flew by here last time? And we discussed this. It was making a wow, wow, wow. It was loud noise, it was making that. And we stop and acknowledge that because they're trying to tell us something. And Moksha Mukti said what they said was more important than what we're saying. Because theirs is natural. Although Moksha Mukti is natural, this is natural expression that is expressing right now. What is happening is Moksha Mukti is expressing the expression of the existence. Simply that is what's happening.
Okay, but that's your experience, right? So what is the so what do you want from people who are coming to listen to you? Like,
I'm not wanting
what-
anything. I'm
Okay.
wanting anything. What is happening here again? This is not serving to you, right? Moksha Mukti is not serving to you, right? By coming here, you'll benefit. He's pointing out. He's not serving to. He's serving to the existence, and when he is serving to the existence, existence will yield him. Just like there is no rain, not a single time. This is like 12th gathering we've done outside. Not a single time during the gathering there was rain. It was rain yesterday. It was forecast for raining today. See, look what happened. When you yield, when you serve, not personal level, not for Ravin Pandey, not for Moksha Mukti, when you yield, you see, you're connecting to that. So he's serving to that. And he is not interested in your personal benefit, although you may benefit here. And only thing he's pointing by this giving expression is he's pointing you to come to that, recognize that quantum level. So that's all he's pointing to, recognizing that quantum level. You see, in your own consciousness, recognize that quantum level. And by recognition, by coming there, you see all the thought, all the question that I said there is open question, all the question, if you truly come to that quantum level, all the questions will fall because those are all illusion. And you'll see that's illusion, there's no need to ask questions. Only need to ask questions is where's the bathroom, you see, where's the water. By the way, my viewer and those who are coming here, hey, please go to bathroom before you come here. But if you have to go, there's a bathroom. But I'm gathering this public today. Is a small gathering. We know. But when I say public, by inviting you to the gathering, please use the restroom like outside, so I don't have to, But if you have to do that, we have a restroom here. So that's all he is pointing. That's all he's pointing. You have a question?
So when you say quantum level,
Yeah.
so do each of us have their own quantum level?
No, you already have that now. The quantum level is also my quantum level.
So is it like a universal quantum level?
The thought will say it's universal. It's not even universal. Thought will say it's universal, but what I'm saying, the quantum level that you have, that's quantum level what he has right now, Moksha Mukti, you already have that. Is now what is one pointing out. What Moksha Mukti has. All the thing he's saying, all the thing, knowledge, whatever you call this, all the things he's speaking, you see, those you already have that within you now. The difference is you are not allowing it to happen. You're allowing your thought to dominate your life, thought to dominate your presence. See, that is what is happening. And it's not your fault, you see. This is happening because we have collected comprehensive collective knowledge, and that knowledge is responsible for that, and all the thought that you have is not yours. That's collective thought, and its thought is powerful like the sun. And that quantum level is negligible in your consciousness, in your appearance, because that's like the light. And when the thought is present, even the thought that says moving the finger is blocks that. Do you see that?
So how can we feel the quantum level
Yeah.
then?
So
How can we feel it?
So
that's the whole purpose coming here. That's the main answer. That's the whole purpose. Moksha Mukti inviting you to at least experience that here by giving you all the phrases. He's pointing to that, and by listening to a couple hours, you will be able to see that. That's what
So
pointing. So if I'm
basically-
doing a good job, you'll see the pointing. You say at least, well, I think what he's talking about. But if I do that, then I'm just wasting my breath. And if I waste my breath, then that's my fault, you see, because I am the here who's giving talks. You don't recognize it.
So basically you're saying the quantum level is already there. So basically what most people are, what we're not doing is recognizing that quantum level.
Exactly.
That is present in us.
Yep.
Right? So
I'm present here now, not like later, 1 minute later, not when Moksha Mukti done giving talks. I'll get to the quantum. No, when I go to home, I'll get the quantum just before I go to bed. I'll get the quantum maybe tomorrow, next day, next year. No, I'm saying we have it now. And the only thing that's missing is a recognition, and the thought is culprit. Thought is blocking that.
So it's kind of like I'm taking an analogy of a software where you have a basic operating system, and that is the quantum level, and we're adding anything from the thought level will be kind of like an add-on
Well, that's
application.
that's. I mean, you can say that, but it's not really true. You see, I mean, there is really no way of knowing by the thought. There is really no way of knowing. You cannot really know what the quantum level is. You cannot know, but it knows. You already know peculiarly, but you cannot express that with your thought. You cannot. You cannot express that with your thought. And that's the paradox of living. You see, by coming here, at least by listening to all these phrases that Moksha Mukti giving, maybe you'll be able to recognize.
one question.
Yeah.
So, besides coming here, what are other things that we could do on our own to experience the quantum level?
Well, see, that's the
coming
same
here, that
thing.
makes
That's the
sense,
same thing
because-
goes back in there. See, that's the same thing. There's a ant moving here. See right here. See, and there's just intimacy going on between this ant and Moksha Mukti. Other time, he says, "Get out of here." See, there's intimacy going on right now. See, even the ant, because there's no separateness, right? And that is the paradox of living. I just pointed that, right? So you're in the merry-go-round, like hamster is going. You see, your thought is going,
Yeah.
and you're thinking you're going somewhere. You're not going anywhere. There's more Moksha. Although we'll say, well, I'm married, I have a child, I live in a bigger house. Maybe next year I'll have a bigger house. All those things are like going away from the quantum level, in dominating your thought, and you're going into merry-go-round. It's like hamster is going, running, like thinking you're going somewhere. No, you're not going anywhere. You're just going in the circle, and that's the paradox of living, right? How can I? Thought will ask you that. How can I? Well, this is my best friend from college. He said, Moksha Mukti, I would like to have what you have. What do you do? I would like to do what you do. I'm going to eat what you eat. I'm going to talk like what you talk. I'm going to do like what you do. See, now when that becomes copying Moksha Mukti, and you can copy Moksha Mukti, see, and you have attempted to do that, right? You can copy Moksha Mukti, and you may feel good. You see, you may feel good. I'm not denying that. You may feel good, but what you're asking, what you're seeking, by copying someone, you cannot get there. You see, it has to happen automatically, just like that cloud up here, just like that rain was appearing yesterday, and Moksha Mukti was on the umbrella, on the video, recording video, doing a quantum prayer to yield today's gathering. You see, so that's how. So that's a paradox of living. You see, that's a paradox. That's a paradox because thought is doing that. You see, thought is limited. You see, you will never know. You'll never know how Big Bang happened. Even Big Bang, there's a denying. Some compelling scientists are coming back and say there is no Big Bang, right? And there's a this collider in Hungary, right? They try to find the smallest particle, God particle, right? Even they do experiment like that. That's coming from the thought. They will never know how the universe arrived, how the human form, how everything occurred, how everything happened. They will never know that. See, only thing they can probably know is fragment of this. Only fragment of this. The grand scale, they will never know that. Thought will never know that, because thought is, there is a limitation. But the quantum level, there is no limitation. See, you're in infinity, and in there's an infinity possibility. Infinity possibility, and by coming to quantum level, you can also create miracle in your life. You see?
So one more question. So, to me, this talk seems like almost like it's a philosophy, right? So
No, it's not philosophy. What Moksha Mukti point is not philosophy. It's all the phrases he's giving. He's pointing to that quantum level. He's pointing to that. right?
Or maybe I should say it's a well,
It's a phrases. It's a phrases.
Yeah,
it's
it's
a
not
phrases,
even-
and it's not something that Moksha Mukti read from scripture. It's automatically happening from natural state of being.
Right.
It is all arising. Right? It's expression of the existence.
So
Just like that.
What does Moksha Mukti think of, people who are, like religious? Let's say, people are more into like, Hindus, Buddhists, whatever. We obviously it's one thing is feeling good, and some sort of, you're
Yeah.
you're feeling good. I guess because
Yeah,
you're
that-
serving a purpose.
Yes.
But that's far different from what you're talking about, obviously,
Yes.
right? So,
Yes.
but what would you say to people who does that? Or,
Okay. So all right. So let's do this. I do this. My throat is rough here, so I'll drink this glass water. This I offer this to existence. Cheers.
Cheers.
So I'm glad you asked that question because our last agenda and today's what we planned was what is your ultimate goal if you have any. Right, we'll get into that in just a minute. So that is directly related to what you ask because what is your ultimate goal? And Moksha Mukti accepts everything. There is no exclusion here. It accepts all the religions in the world. It accepts 33 crores goddess. It accepts Jesus Christ. It accepts whoever. You see, there is no exclusion here because in the universe, in the universe there is only one. But there are already 7 billion human beings. There are many forms, there are many personalities, and all this God is saying is the personalities, you see, appearing in your consciousness or appearing in that consciousness as expression of existence, expressing itself. That is expressing, and it's written in the book, and now it becomes a religion. It becomes they want to copy what they have. They want to copy what Jesus Christ did. They want to copy what Krishna did. They want to copy what Shiva did. Shiva followers, and there is nothing wrong with that. And I'm not against that. See, but what Moksha Mukti is giving you or pointing you is fresh. See, natve bahu jatu nasam, natve neme janadhipa, nachaiva navavishyama sarve by mattapparam. See, you'll get that by reading Bhagavad Gita, right? And what that says that your soul, your quantum level cannot be caught, cannot be destroyed by fire, cannot be done anything because that is immortal. Your soul is immortal. That's what we're saying, and what Moksha Mukti says, quantum level. You see, and that phrase, just what I said, it said that. You can read Bhagavad Gita, but here, what Moksha Mukti is giving you fresh, he's going into your thought. See, pointing you to your own quantum level, fresh. You see. The freshness you experience here versus you can go to religion and depends on what goal you have, you see. But here is not, there is no religion here. This is not religion. This is not religion. This is just describing what is natural expression of this expression. That's all he's doing. And by coming here, you'll feel that freshness because you don't need to go back and read what that says. Do you know what I just said? Natoi bahu jatu nasam natoi nema. You have to go learn Sanskrit.
Right.
And also that was said million years ago, although there's some truth, some validity. But someone has to experience that. You see, they experienced that, and from their expression, it came out in the mouth. Somebody recorded it. Maybe there was a camcorder back then. Bhagavad Gita, Mahabharata, when the Mahabharata war is going on, this Vidur guy was giving all this thing, description. It was a live broadcast on television, and this guy, blind guy, was listening to all the Mahabharata, right? So television probably was at that time too. You see. So what is happening now? They experienced that, they wrote it down, somebody wrote it down, or even this is what I heard. I read somewhere that all this experience that is occurring, even now, see, all this experience happening, like these people took mushroom. There's a type of mushroom that gives you hallucination feeling, and you're able to go into different dimension or different mode, whatever is that, right? And the soma juice is like, what maybe Valmiki or someone drank soma juice in the jungle and experienced all this extraordinary experience within him, and all wrote all this character, you see. So people also say like that, right? So that in the book, that the religion is somebody's imagination from the past. So what Moksha Mukti pointed, not stop imagining. So all the thing that you said was thought is actually imagination. You're imagining that, well, after death my heartbeat will stop. Where will I go? That's basically all imagination. You see, that's imagination appearing as a thought. Imagination becomes thought because that's collective. See, I can say blah 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 blah. Pointing to that, will say, he said, what did he say? Blah 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 blah. Or I can say food or flower,
Yeah.
right? Now that becomes what? That becomes thought. That becomes thought because now I say food. That becomes thought because that is collective agreement. So when there is a collective agreement, that is thought. If it is not collective agreement, that is your imagination. Regardless, both are the same exact thing. There is no difference between thought and imagination. Only difference is only function in the society. There is a difference, Thought is thought, that is collective. That thought will say that's a flower. You see?
Yeah,
That thought will
definitely.
say,
I mean, there is variation between wrong thoughts and right thoughts.
no,
right?
no,
I mean,
no, 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 no.
Like a traffic light. If
No,
you,
no,
if
no,
you
no, no,
see
no, no.
red as green,
No, no,
then
no.
you
No,
certainly go
that's
into accidents and things like that.
that's not what I'm pointing. That's going to the function in the society. There is a wrong thought. It's not collective thought. The wrong thought there is not collective thought.
Gotcha. Yeah,
See?
that makes.
Yeah.
So one question I have is,
Yeah.
I mean, I think by coming here and listening to you, definitely it makes me realize, it's what I'm feeling, what I'm thinking is not really the truth. Like, so it made me realize that. Obviously, if there's nothing I gain from coming here, that's something I gain.
Yeah.
So I can take that with me.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, but in society we live in, there's so many people. There's a lot of greed. Mostly people like want
Yeah.
to take advantage of other people.
Yeah.
like,
Who's taking advantage? Who's?
People taking advantage of each other.
Who?
I mean,
No. Now you're. I know what you're saying, but now you're assuming.
No.
Who's taking advantage?
No, but like. with
No.
anything you do, like,
When you say taking advantage, it is coming from your assumption that someone take advantage of someone.
Well, it is. I mean, like so. Like I'm
Right?
just thinking, like
I'm
for example,
just driving you to. I'm just trying to get to that.
Example, like for example, the whole you
No,
talk
I know
about
exactly what you're saying.
caste
You're saying-
system. The untouchables, this and that. So it is people, taking advantage of each other.
Okay. So okay, yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
that maybe in the office, whatever, people manipulate each other. I think so, but is it because people are doing that because what's the reason behind it? Like is people
Okay.
do human
let's-
beings
yeah.
do that because
So-
they don't realize they're in quantum level, or like I'm not saying like I'm better than the other person,
Okay.
or I might do the same thing.
Yeah.
But in general, most people do that. People like that.
Okay.
So
Yeah. I know. I see what's happening there. Right.
Okay.
So this is what's happening. Okay. And this is again Moksha Mukti's expression. Okay. And he sees all these things because he's tapped into the quantum level. Right. And you may accept it. You may not accept it. Most likely you will not accept it because you are dominated by your thought. You may not accept it, or you may accept it, right? This is what we talked about last time. This is paradoxical living. We're living in all this thing that we have, the tool we have, it's making us neurotic situation. It's making us neurotic situation. Well, I feel bad because someone may take advantage of me. I feel sad when I see someone taken advantage of someone? You see, those are all thought. Thought is saying that. And we talked about last time, by coming here, if this happens to this happens to you or it happens to you, you are not gaining anything, but you are losing. See what Moksha Mukti has, he didn't gain anything, he lost. And I've been saying this over and over, that you don't get anything here, it's a zero. Moksha Mukti is 0 level. It's a 0 level. You would not get anything, but you lose the attachment to the thought, attachment to the everything. You lose that. And are you ready to lose that? No. You're not ready to lose that. So that's what's happening. It's a paradox. When you say you realize the quantum level, right, is at least there's some realization going on in your experience, right? So that is happening. On the other hand, you are also realizing or accepting the thought that is questioning, like, I see there is no disadvantage, advantage. See, what is happening is permanent. Exactly what is happening. Like this leaf is bigger, this is small. Can you say that's a disadvantage? Because this is all happening automatically, and this is what we talked about. And I think you were the one who brought the question about the Tharu people, right, in Nepal. It says they're angry, and it says natural to be angry because you are suppressing us. Why you are not suppressing other? Why you are suppressing us? That certainly creates anger because now you're limiting. You see, why am I small? Why the other guy is big? But it is happening. What is happening is happening for thousands of years. Although there may be law, even in the United States, I give example of 1960s. Before 1960s, Moksha Mukti is here. He will be segregated. He will be sit. Moksha Mukti riding bus. You go sit in the back. Because why? Moksha Mukti is color. Moksha Mukti, your color, you go different restroom. This was what was happening. You see, and slowly it's changing. Even here, it's taking a long time. Even the policeman, there's rioting, there's going on, is because the tension is still there in the present, in consciousness. Even advanced country like this, it is happening. You see, now in Nepal, it's a world ranking is probably at the bottom. Information doesn't move as fast as here. You see, people are not educated, blah blah blah. So there it takes time to recognize or realize the law that everyone is equal. The law is already passed in the Constitution that no one is unequal. But the thing is, a sentiment is involved there. Sentiment that is going from thousands of years. And the sentiment came from, the caste system actually came from that is what is happening now, you see. What you do, not what you're born in. What you do determines the caste, not what you're born in. What you do, you see. If you focus on, like, your activity, all the expression that you express, focus on our genital, so you become a lower level, lower caste. If it's in your stomach, you think about food all the time, you're lower caste. Or eating, see, even listening is a lower class. But here in the consciousness, which is in a mind level, you see, you're a higher caste. Even now, what you do, not like what you're born in. So
but
somebody.
Is there such thing as a higher and a lower caste at all? I mean, even
It happens in the.
what we do, I mean, that's going to ultimately create that division, right?
No, it is. It has already created that division in the society we're functioning. You see, there is already division. There is already a caste in the United States also. See, by even the caste system also goes into some point. It also goes from the parents you were born in. If you inherit a lot of money, you're in different caste in the United States. See, that also comes here in the it's subtle here than in Nepal or India. It's visible, but here is subtle. The caste system here is subtle that you do not really see, but there is there. If you pay attention, the caste system is there, the discrimination is there, everything is there in a subtle level, but you do not see outward level. It's not obvious. You see.
So how do we enjoy, parties without drinking beer? I mean, get to dance the same way that we used to if we quit the drinking and all that.
I guess that comes from your conditioning, from practice. Don't drink alcohol for 21 days. It takes 21 days to break a habit. I'm just giving you the knowledge, right, from comprehension.
Right.
you don't drink for 21 days, another 21 days, it becomes habit, then you're not conditioned by alcohol, then you can do that.
Yeah.
But if you have a issue that you want to go into how to do that, then we have to go again. I have to go radical inquiry. I have to grill you for another 1 hour just for you, go into that session, go into deeper.
Yeah, I think I can easily, get the part. I will be able to quit drinking and all that, right, in 21 days. But how do we practice, the
No.
social environment
What
that we used to be,
what I'm
enjoying
pointing
now?
out.
All of a sudden you are not
No, no,
drinking and you're not enjoying,
No, what
just
I'm
avoiding the same.
what I'm pointing out is it takes 21 days to break a habit. You can break the habit by 21 days. And Moksha Mukti can also point you by doing one-on-one grilling session about just about the alcohol, going to deeper. There, he may be able to free you from the alcohol, but we have to do separate session. Just one-on-one separate session. We can allow other to watch, other drinking alcohol people to come and watch it. But by doing grill, you may experience that, and others can also experience that. But I have to grill you for at least 1 hour, like going to deeper. Where is that coming from? Where is it coming? And we're not leaving anything. We're just going to. We're not skipping anything. See, all the consciousness, all the experience we have, we're not skipping anything. We are hitting all these things, and we're cleaning, like that. And then there's a possibility. But it's 21 days to break a habit. If you want to quit something, it takes 21 days. Not do for 21 days. That breaks the habit. But
then one more. But then again, when you, what is a good and bad habit, right? So it's all like you said, it's an existence.
Yeah.
So from what you consider a good habit might be
Exactly.
a bad habit for somebody.
Yeah,
A bad
that's
habit
right.
might be a good habit for somebody.
That's right.
So you're living now, like you said. So if you drink something, then you're okay. That doesn't mean you're not doing something good.
well, I think you're pointing from the perspective of the health, right?
Yeah. That's
Right.
the only perspective basically.
Yes.
So basically, my problem would be,
Yeah,
I don't
obviously,
drink
yeah.
as much, but when I want to enjoy a social gathering and get into the,
Right.
like a lightening.
That's
up
we
everybody else,
we already said that many times.
Right.
That is coming from the peer pressure.
Right.
First is coming from the peer pressure, and our topic today was coming from fear.
Right.
There's a fear there.
Yeah, mine is actually not a fear or peer pressure. I mean, I don't mind, if somebody else drink, I need to drink too. But if I want to enjoy a social moment, I want to be involved, be funny.
No,
be
that's a peer
entertaining
pressure.
and
That's a
all
peer
that.
pressure is coming from that's saying that I want to be funny, that I want to be enjoyable. That's coming from the peer pressure. What I'm saying. If you look deeper, that is coming from the peer pressure. You see, what if you're not funny?
But I don't like
What
that
if it?
feeling,
Huh?
this,
Why? What?
standing and watching and not being involved. because
What
I'm
is that?
thinking,
What is that says not liking that?
That's probably, yeah, I mean, there are deeper
No,
layers
I'm
why
asking.
it's,
What is that says that not liking you?
not liking.
Yeah, you said not liking myself. What is that says that you're not liking you?
It's probably some of the experiences that I don't get if I don't drink.
No,
That's-
I think we need to look.
That's
No,
your
no.
thought process again, right?
Look,
So-
look. We need to look deeper. See what we need to go deeper. See within you. That says, the thing that says that I am not liking myself, is what Moksha Mukti is pointing from a thought, peer pressure, and you're not seeing that. It's coming from the peer pressure. The peer pressure says, well, if I act like that, all my friends gonna like it, and all the friends gonna like it. Now I'm gonna like it.
No. It's because I like it first because I like that the buzz that I get out of that.
Okay,
Chemical
that's the
dependency.
buzz. The buzz is the physiological level, right? That's the buzz is like it's going into the nerve, and you experience that.
Right. Yes.
Okay, now that you want to feel good, that you want to feel that good. You say, well, I'm driving now. You see, like
Right,
going into
exactly.
deeper. You say, I feel good.
Yes.
Okay, that feeling good is, I'm saying, is coming from the fear, and now the alcohol is allowing you to detach from the fear, allowing you to detach from all the things.
Yeah.
Because now what is happening is
Yeah.
you're not believing in your thought. Now you're not believing the thought.
Exactly.
So what Moksha Mukti is pointing, by coming here, you don't need alcohol to do this. Now you're not believing in the thought. He's creating all this environment, giving all these phrases to do that. What alcohol is doing, you see, it's giving you that detachment, that non-attachment to the thought. You're not believing the thought. Now you can do anything you want because now the thought is not involved. Now you're not even fear. A lot of times you are in fear. You see, now what he's gonna say if I say something like that, right? And you would not even hesitate to say something that while you're under influence, that you Don't say, well, you're not under fear, because now you're in fear. What is he going to say? What is they going to say? Now I can act all this like this. I say, you know.
Yeah, and even when I'm not in a social situation, when I'm Friday, right? Friday.
That's again,
it's supposed to be a, you're off from work, 5 days
Yeah,
of hard
that's-
work, and you must be feeling good, and you're not feeling that level, and you are, depending on going to the store and getting.
That's what I'm pointing is coming from again, that the fear. See, if you have the fear of not feeling good,
Yeah, yeah,
fear of not feeling good. You see? Now, why do you want to feel good? Why do you want to feel good?
yeah. I think that's the way to be, basically.
That's
yeah.
the way to be. That's the way to. Who is saying that? That's the way to be.
My thought is saying it. Yeah. But I have.
See,
this
now you're believing the
power
thought.
into
No,
that
no, no,
thought,
no, no, no,
basically.
no. Wait a minute. Let's not sweep it. Now you're believing the thought. That thought says that's the way to be. And you are believing the thought and say, are you believing the thought? And thought say, well, I am liking that because my thought says that. That's not who you really are.
No, I'm not. But the power, doesn't diminish if I,
Do you see that? That's not who you really are. That thought says that's not who you really are. By coming to quantum law, it's not, and you're not believing the thought. So Manish says, Moksha Mukti, you're in my house, I'm having a party, drink. I laugh. What for? See? Because that thought is not dominant. I do not believe in the thought that I am in the peer pressure. I do not believe in the thought. I need to feel
yeah,
good.
but if he says, okay, I'm going to enjoy more if you drink, if you join and all that, it'll be more fun. Can you do it for
The
me?
one that says more fun is either coming from peer pressure or your own thought.
Right.
Even coming from your own thought, because no one can make you do anything. No one can make you do anything. Only person that make you do thing is you. No one can make you do that. And that's called peer pressure, and you are allowing that to happen. You are allowing that to happen. You see, you are allowing that to happen. You're allowing your thought to dominate you. I think we're going to now. You're allowing your thought to happen. You're allowing your thought to dominate. You see, you are allowing that, and because of that, now you drink. Do you see that?
Yeah, there is definitely a lot of good thought process going on doing things.
Doesn't matter. Good thought, bad thought
right?
doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Good thought, bad
Yeah.
thought doesn't matter. What is happening is the thought. You're allowing thought to dominate that. You see. Now you believe in the thought. Well, if I don't drink, what my friend's gonna say, right? Well, if I don't drink, am I gonna feel good? The feel good again is defined by thought. You see, thought also says feel good. The good feeling is going on given you by the thought. Well, there is a presupposition. By having this in my experience, I feel good.
Yeah.
By this having I don't feel good.
Mhm.
So the definition is a thought. Definition of your feel good is defined by the thought, and that is also, I'm saying, that's illusion. And by believing that, you are assuming by having this, now by drinking alcohol, I'm gonna feel good. You see that?
Yeah. I need to do a lot of
No,
Back
not to do that. See, when you say doing, you're stepping away. When it says doing, they're stepping away. Recognize that and let it hit you like a lightning bolt, right? And maybe one of the gathering, what I'll do is, this is what I thought about, right? I think if I do this method, it may work, and some people may laugh at me, or some people say, what the hell is this guy? But if I do this, the other method, I would probably have to make you sign the waiver, right? So when I'm pointing out, if you don't see what I'm pointing out, then well, I'm gonna smack you.
Yeah. I mean, if that helps, I'll go for it.
Let me know let me know when that gathering is. I'm not coming.
No, but basically,
No.
if that
What
works,
I
I'm
said,
ready
what
for
I
it.
said,
mean,
if you really want to experience that, right? If you really want it, and like I say, if I do that, then I will have to make you sign the waiver. See, once you sign the waiver, then I do that. But I'm not saying, this is arising, like I may not.
yeah, but if
I
it
may
works,
not
I'm
do that,
ready
but
for it. I mean,
no, it will work. It will work. It will work. Some people do that. Actually,
one slap and you're free. Then why not?
because now you see that's making sense, right? But anyway. Yeah, that's it just may not happen. I'm just giving you like an example that also
Basically, I need to be engaged on looking into within myself to see where all those things are coming from. That way, you know.
Well,
That's one of the other technique. That's a kind of like a brute force technique to, you know, get to where you need to be. Basically, the psychological practice and all that.
see now you're moving away to the. Just try to be here. Try to be here and now. You know, just experience that. You know, let's not even talk for a few minutes. Just try to be here and now. See, enjoy this like the bird is going through. See. I'm gonna take off my coat. It's getting warm.
Sorry to interrupt you, Ravi.
No, no, no.
When is when does usually the
We
you plan to end?
we plan to end.
Pretty soon too. Or?
We plan to end in about 10 minutes. So enjoy this moment. Grab a breakfast or something. You know.
I have to say I enjoyed it. By the way.
Yeah, this is fun.
Not the breakfast I meant, like listening to you.
Yeah, good.
I think we needed to realize sometimes.
This is what I've been saying.
We don't think about things like this often.
Yeah.
I think we need to. All of us need to do it on a regular basis.
Yeah. This Moksha Mukti does it every week, like
Right.
almost every week, right?
Yeah.
And you see, in reality, Moksha Mukti does not need to go anywhere. Like, you know, I don't go to any gurus to listen to, right? You see, I don't read any scriptures.
You don't go to temples either.
I go to temple only when my wife drags me. So you need to go. That's the only reason go. But by going to temple, there is no gaining anything here. I'm already, Moksha Muktis are already that. You see, he does not need to go temple. And there's one gentleman who comes here. He's actually my father's friend, right? And he came to visit his parents from the morning, right? He gets up in the morning, whole day he does his puja part. He's totally devoted. And like 3 o'clock he finishes. He blows his sankha, you know. Woo-hoo. He does all that.
3 in the afternoon.
A whole day he prays, does all that, right? And he came to our house. And you know what he said? He said, "What happened to you? Your face is so red." They said, "What happened to you?" I don't know. Maybe I don't eat meat or drink alcohol. Maybe given that. No, there's something in your face. It's glowing. It's something that's redness that is there, just like Swami. You see. And he told my wife to move, all this, the temple, move all this. My wife has a little puja thing, samagri, all the idols, and he asked her to move different way. He gave different ideas. Vastu Shastra, Vastu Shastra, right? Do you know Vastu Shastra? Yeah. So Vastu Shastra, because of this, you should put this into east, put this into west. He gave that. And I looked at him and said, well, he doesn't need anything. He told me, I don't need all that because you are in a different level. That's what he said. He said, and this guy, he does puja part all day, from the morning till the evening. He's already devoted. So there is no need to do anything. Only thing reason I go to temple is my wife asked me to do, I have to go. I just do for social function, just like I go to somebody's party's house in somebody's house. My wife said we have to go to be social, right? That's the reason I go. And actually, I don't even need to go there, see. But I go there just to be social, just to be,
But
yeah.
so if you are on your own, would you do this all day long?
Okay, so this is one gathering that's happening, right? One gathering happening. Moksha Mukti is giving talks all day from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. One day. He hasn't determined the schedule when. He hasn't found the venue. Maybe we'll do in a hotel room, invite hundreds of people. And from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. we're going to give it talks. See, because Moksha Mukti doesn't need to listen to anyone, doesn't need to read scripture. And when that happens to you, you will also say the same thing. You'll also, this is I've been asking, this is I've been saying, right, Bandhu?
Right.
Once you recognize that, you don't need to come here, you don't need to listen to anyone. Once you recognize that, you don't need to listen to anyone, you don't need to read any scripture. When that happens, see, this is what happened here, you see. That's why he gives talks every, and this is what says this is necessary for you to listen to gathering like this, right? And this is what I spoke actually that was your house. There's one other, I think it was Sarmila's brother was coming, right? We're gathering, giving talks. This talks just arose, this type of talk. You missed that completely because, we were giving talks, and this type of talks arose out of nowhere, not I didn't plan anything. Spontaneously that was happening. There was I think Nisa's mom was sitting there, Sarmila's brother was sitting there, his wife was sitting there, and giving talks, and they were listening to me, and I'm giving all these talks at your house, your son's birthday. And so we're giving this talk, and I said this is necessary to talk about this, necessary to give talk like this, because you want to go to the quantum level. You see, you want to come home. That is your home. By coming to quantum level, you are home, no matter where you are. You're here in Frisco, you're in Plano, you're in Irving, you're in Moon, you're in Mars, you're in Japan, you're in even Syria right now. You see, if you come to quantum level, I'm saying even 100 people, 1,000 people in Syria right now, all this war going on, bombs dropping from the sky, and you don't know when the next bomb's gonna drop. You see, even that chaotic moment, if you are in quantum level, you are peace, you are home. Doesn't bother you anything. You see, and you want to go home. You see, home means like not home, but here, that level. You come to that level. That's you want to be home anywhere, anytime, any place. That's your home, and you're longing for that. You want to experience that. You want to recognize that, and that's your home. And by doing this gathering, here Moksha Mukti is pointing to taking home. You see. So
that's good. Thank you so much for inviting us and being able to participate.
Thank you for coming. By participating, it also helps.
Right.
Gives me something to talk about, because although I can say,
Right.
for I think my goal one day I'll say for a whole day, right? And the next thing I'll do for a whole week, like people say saptah,
Yeah.
So I'll do for a whole week, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I'll do for a whole week. But I can talk all the talk, but it becomes useless until you realize that in your own experience. You said, well, even your words, right? You said, by coming here, I realized something today, right? So if you realize something, then I am serving the universe. I am serving you. It becomes service to you, right? And then it becomes satsang. Just by one person is listening to satsang. It just takes one person, right? For Moksha Bhakti, it doesn't take one person. Even no one here, I give talk, right? Even the plant, I know plant is listening. The plant offers something. Like the one time, like even today, I think I put something in my head here. The plant, like sitting here, two of them automatically fell down. It's offering something that, hey, I'm listening. I'm listening to you. You see. Even I know the trees listening, everything is listening. It's listening. Even the clouds are listening. Atoms are listening. It didn't produce any rain, and it happened. It rained yesterday. You see. And we have been continuously creating miracle. Right? We prayed for Nepal. There's peace happened. We prayed for war peace. There was a war going on between North and South Korea. Then Monday there was agreement, peace agreement. They said we don't need to do war. That happened. We prayed for reducing the crime. You see, we prayed for Nepal. We prayed for Syria, and then the billionaire is given island. All these things. If you look at my old videos, like consistently we pray something that is consistently happening. You see, and this is because the quantum. See, when you're in quantum level, the existence will listen to you. You see, and I can specifically say, can you give me a larger number? That's like a specifically that the power does not even allow you to do that, right? it may allow you to do that if there is a bigger purpose. You may have to go through that round, but personal level, you cannot give you that. And another thing we do here is like if you want to get healed, this is like from my experience. I think I prayed for a quantum prayer for you, right? And Hugh said you healed one day faster. He was sick, and he said he healed one day faster because we did quantum prayer and I gave him some instruction. He was feeling cold.
Yeah, cold. Basically, it lasts for 3-4 days to me, and that time I kind of noticed it's
He'll heal faster.
than what it used to be.
So what we did a quantum prayer, right? Even when I did quantum prayer for my wife yesterday, her leg was muscle cramp, and I did quantum prayer fast, and after a while, she felt good. You see. So what we in the future, what we're doing is we are also doing the quantum prayer, right? And for that, if you come here regularly, we do it for you, right? Because you're regular. But so other people want to come here and do that, then we expect offering because that takes energy. See, we expect offering, then we'll do personal prayer like that. I want to have more money, I want to have a career, I want to have a family, I want to have good health, I feel good. So they have to offer something for the gathering, and then we'll do the personal prayer, to heal them faster, give them more money, give them career. So we'll do that. That's also thing with that. But that's not our whole purpose. Whole purpose is the existent. By serving the existent will serve you. You see, that's the whole person. And I think. Let's see. Looking at the time here.
11:16.
Yeah. So we're done. Those of you who are watching, on YouTube, thank you for watching. And we haven't determined the next gathering. Either next Saturday. We haven't said that. We'll keep you posted. Until then, see you next time. So, all right.